All right, we're back with the knockout stage for Gajah Mada, and we have this game now between Southpaw and Pascal Sauvage, and whoever wins is going to be going against Fletcher in the semi-finals. Today, I'm joined with none other than the fluffy Renard. How are you doing?
Hello there.
Yeah.
Quite fluffy, thank you.
All right. I was
Uh,
the first game I casted of yours. Someone was like, Renard means fox in what is it,
it
French?
does. Yes. Although I have not a drop of French blood in me, so unfortunately, it's a little bit of a scam.
So I was just like, oh, that's why the fox picture. Oh, and then it all just started adding up.
Well, there you go. Yep. Yeah.
So your
Always been
bracket,
a bit fun.
yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead.
your,
Bracket. Yes.
your bracket Slim the Grim has just been like full of great games as well, to be honest. And yeah,
Yes, and incidentally, full of the most animals. We have got a cute bear cub. We had gerbil. I gotta say,
oh,
we've got all the animals in
mm,
our group.
yeah, of course.
Anyway, with that being said,
Yes.
oh no, I was gonna say, is that so? Pardon my lack of internet.
Oh, it's kind of uh, Twitch, Discord is being weird today. It's kind of like every now and then it's gonna cut your voice out. But are you
Oh
back now?
yeah, no
Okay.
worries. I was just saying.
I assume it's like part of your question is the international flag is
Tournament so
Switzerland.
far.
Switzerland.
Switzerland, yes.
It's a
Excellent.
huge,
Okay.
a giant plus. Yeah.
There you go.
Mm.
Well, that's awesome. I'm definitely excited to see what these two bring to the table today. I know that the Persians are going to have a fair advantage with their fast working town center and dock for the initial fishing ships, fire ships on the bay there. So it's possible the Hindustani player may end up giving a minimal water attempts and put a lot more focus on the land. The Persians will probably play into knights and savar if they can, with
Hmm.
the Hindustanis trying to play into imp camel if they're assuming savar from the Persians.
There we go. That's a nice, really quick roundup. So obviously we have Pascal Sauvage as the Persians, which, as you said, with the water and stuff. And see, I wish I could retain the knowledge as well as other people do, like yourself. And then, of course, we have Southpaw as a Hindustanis. I've not seen Southpaw even play at all up until now, so it's going to be exciting. I have watched a few games of Pascal, and Pascal is a really solid player. So, how you know we're in
Excellent.
chat as well? How you doing, Noah? Now I gotta ask, which Noah is this? Because there's a few Noahs. You got the Noah, the high level Noah. You got the other Noah who's just Noah, but he's still Noah and he's a cool Noah. Right, I don't know. Right, okay. Which Noah are you? Right? That's a okay. Right, I got you. So you're the Noah, but not the Noah, but you're the Noah. There we go. Sorry.
By the way, it's impressive enough that both players are completely lacking idle TC.
Mm.
Pascal is going for the deer push from a mile away because those deer spawn almost like 35 tiles away from the town center. So it's quite a distance. But they did get the both got the. Actually, no, it's just Pascal got the dock
Hmm.
up, so as expected, Southpaw is kind of shying away from the water a little bit, realizing that he probably can't beat the Persian dock on that.
I still think it's worth just get like the initial. Maybe I don't know. It's gonna whether it comes down to your balance, but I always
I
feel
think
like
it's
it's
definitely worth to contest
yeah.
because if your opponent just has a free fish boom, then
That's
you're just going to be
1800.
way behind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just wondered, Renard.
already. Mhm.
I just wanted to know, did you want to buy an arc? Because I know a
Because of
guy.
Noah. Oh,
I'm sorry. Okay, yeah,
there you
sorry.
go.
Yeah, I just had to do a really
We're
bad.
already at it. That's the 7 hours of streaming kicking in
Yes,
for you.
yes.
Oh man. Either way, it does look like Pascal is fairly well balanced and should be going up to the feudal age after this next villager, I think. He's probably going to queue Loom and go up. Um, And you can see that even though the villager count is about, well, actually it's a little bit behind now for Southpaw because he's heading up to feudal, but
Mm-hmm.
the villager count has been the same because of the lack of idle time there, but the eco count for Pascal is ahead just because of those fishing ships.
Yep. Now, when I first watched Pascal, he was also on pants. He was on normal pants though, and like yeah, he was super solid on pants, and so again, it's gonna be interesting what Southpaw brings. It seems like obviously Pascal has a lot of experience. Just ignore these two pigs, which has been left out
I know
over here.
I'm really surprised he hasn't picked those up yet, but you know, if Southpaw manages to find them, then that'll be a little bit extra food for the Hindustani
Mm-hmm.
player, so that'd be quite fortunate.
And obviously the scouts have found
Incidentally,
each other. Yep.
have you noticed that purple and green seem to be the most popular colors in this tournament so far? At least all of the matches I've watched.
You're a purple player, right?
I'm actually a green player, but that's all right. Yeah,
You're the green player, right? Just totally testing you. Yes, yes. Uh-oh. Oh, but yeah, yes, there's a lot of purple and green players indeed.
Pascal is avoiding being housed. I think he's gonna add a little bit extra. No, no. We'll see. I think he's gonna get housed in a second. It'll be first his next little bit of idle time. He's actually creeping up to 55 seconds, which puts him 2.5 villagers now behind in terms of TC production.
Hmm.
However, because of the Persian TC bonus, you'll always be one villager ahead by the end of Dark Age, basically. So
Oh, okay.
he's evening out.
And Noah says,
All the
scouting is so important on these maps. Pascal hasn't scouted anything and thinks Southpaw is contested in water. He could be cut off by some scouts with a double dock and no barracks. He doesn't
Yeah,
barracks
for
now,
sure.
but again, yeah, there was lack of scouting there for Pascal. Actually, that is a good point. So, because like he's made double docks now to obviously thinking about
I think
contesting
he's
the
really
world.
expecting some. Yeah, he's expecting something on water, but those fire ships are not going to have much to do.
However, talking of that,
Yeah.
let's
You
get a
know, it's
quick
a
look
little bit
though.
late, and unfortunately now that the fires are out, they'll probably, if he notices, he actually could to sneak his fire up and probably deny it. But I think he may just let it go up in the end. Let's see. No,
Yeah,
Doc is actually blocking that.
yeah.
Fire ships have a 0% accuracy, so if they're firing at something, they will always hit whatever is the fire is directly going to touch, and cannot aim at the villager itself. So
I've seen that a few times where somebody would just sneakily put their like fire ship behind the dock and just be like, "Lol." Yeah,
exactly. But
double
you know, I
scout.
think it's
Good.
good that Southpaw is trying to contest with a little bit of scout pressure. However,
Mhm.
it does look like the spear defense is there. So
Gonna find the pigs now. There we go. They're mine. Thank you.
perfect. Give yourself an extra little bit of. Oh no, he's. Oh, look at that. That's a very
Oh,
courteous move. He's sending the pigs right to him. I think
some
that's
people just
intentional.
yeah.
Very sportsmanlike.
Let's see.
I'm seeing that Pascal is still steadily climbing an idle TC time, although not sure if that's just from trying to pay too much attention to the docks or. Oh, I don't think this wall is going to come down in time, though. The scouts are going to get around, so he quick calls it in. Oh, yeah, there's that quick call for the villager. Nice.
Sorry
Very
for looking
smooth.
away then on the camera. I just kind of. There we go.
All good.
Oh, they just break through. But just,
Spears there, yeah. And Southpaw knows that, you know, 3 scouts can contest a spear, but not 2. 2 will typically lose out efficiency-wise.
yeah. So these players really, you can just tell like the left-handed version of AO2. You can really tell like these people are like really kind of sharp, way sharper now. You know, as I say, obviously you're getting up to 1400, 1500. So it's just as I say, really nice to see like oh, crap finish there. Just nice to see like kind of just how sharp they can be and stuff.
Yeah. I see. Both bouncing equals fairly well. The Southpaws have bounced a little bit better to jump right up to Castle Age. I think that's probably what he's going to aim for. Still needs one more building though, so I think we should be seeing a. I was going to take a guess, like a Market Blacksmith coming down soon. Oh, there it is. Blacksmith is up. So, and Southpaw should be up to Feudal Age. He'll probably. Yep, there it is. And looks like Pascal is also just clicked up, so the two will be up to Castle pretty shortly. Pascal's not taking a very heavy military approach, so I'm curious about how he's going to do for land military once we hit Castle. Normally, Persians would like to pump out those knights, especially with full water control, but
Transport ship
he might
chilling.
have a he might have a sneaky transport play in mind there.
Well, sometimes I hear it's common to accidentally click transport ship for when you're trying to make fires. That's what the excuse was earlier. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just somebody that's just trying to put the wool over my eyes. No, I'm kidding, of course. But
So looks like Southpaw's out to acquire a bit of map control. Wants to know if Pascal's been sneaking villagers up because he's probably confused that everything's just been sitting down there in the base. But I can see that bloodlines and gold mining are coming in, so I expect to see some camels coming out pretty soon after that. Maybe even cav archers. Hindustanis aren't known for them, but they do have okay cav archers there.
that pick there on the spearman.
Ari, Amade.
They just said both go exactly up to Castle Age at the similar time, of course.
And there's the scale barring armor, so we know that it'll probably be a camel play. Yep. And however, there's still no cavalry in from Pascal, so not seeing just spear defense. And spears will actually do very well against the camels, especially now that they're becoming pikes in 14 seconds.
Just guess that one an extra villager pick as well. Very close.
He's getting a lot of value off of literally like two or three scouts, and that's a very skilled play for you. The other thing I can tell you is that Southpaw's really not outside of the gold that only recently started to climb up. He hasn't been floating a lot of extra resources, so oh, scout goes down. But he seems to be using his economy fairly well. Ooh, those camels are
Farman,
gonna take some nasty hits there.
Nice few free hits at least.
Yeah. So I see the monk is probably for relic collection rather than defense. Usually, if you're gonna see a defense against knights, it'll be spawn a couple monks. However, I think those camels get a nice pick. If you notice, yes. Siege Workshop is coming down a bit defensive for Pascal. I think, if he wanted to make a significant move against Southpaw, he should be placing it forward with the pikes. However, he's putting it pretty far back, which means that long travel time for the slow siege. Now, Hindustanis do have a attack bonus with camels against buildings, so that house will shred a little bit faster than with a normal camel. It's only a +2 bonus, but it's still noticeable if the camels are massed. However, it looks like with this some good pike placement and a house wall, Pascal will still stay safe there.
Now completely balled up for Southpaw and playing Pascal, so
Amade.
ooh, you might. I guess you don't expect the halbs to like keep following. Like obviously you expect them just to go back just because But
Exactly,
nice.
yeah, they were defending.
Might just get another pick here. So, yeah. No, oh no.
Well, that was a. I feel sorry for the monk who Must have irritated that mangonel operator.
Yeah.
Um,
Whoops. Sorry. Oh, I've seen
he says it's friendly fire. It was air quotes.
Farman,
I've seen a lot of crazy mangonels this tournament. Just
Ari,
completely firing everywhere. The enemy, friends, doesn't matter. It's just clunk.
Amade,
So it kind of scared me even more now.
Oh yeah. Looks like Pascal's saving up for a castle, so he'll probably try to, once he gains a little bit of ground here, he'll probably try castle drop. But I bet those cavalry archers will mop up those pikes pretty quick. Oh, he caught it in time. Southpaw seems to struggle a little bit with watching the military when he sends them somewhere, but
Ari,
when he does have his eyes on them, he has some excellent control.
Yeah.
Farman,
If he sees the cav archers, I'd expect Pascal to start putting on a scorpion or two. However, I see another mangonel in queue instead, which mangonels are great, but they're really hard to nail down a cav archer with them. So as you can see from that second missed attack grounds, there'll be one more attempt, and I think that will go down. Yep, and then the scout's going to take the monk. Oh, no, he pulled more. Interesting.
Ari,
Wallow.
Yeah, that was a not an instant, but that was just gonna he left that one charged. So but Southpaw recognized that the monk was out of faith and immediately took him down with the cav archers. That was a smart play.
It just feels like Pascal's just being a bit like although that push there was a aggressive, just obviously now with going really like getting defensive castle. I was expecting, you know, maybe just a little, you know, as you said, really the siege being a bit further back. Maybe that was
Amade,
kind of a bit of as I say, just losing the ground there. But
Yeah, well, and even that castle placement, like that, you know, you kind of have to ask yourself, like, what's the castle defending? And if he placed it a bit further northward, it would be defending kind of the open spot into his base. But if he put it a little bit more southward, he'd actually protect the golden stone. Right there, it sort of kind of blocks off the stone, and he can section off with some walls or some buildings. But it actually doesn't. The south wall can actually go straight around that castle. So. Southpaw's floating quite a bit of gold right now, which would be perhaps he could use it to buy his way up to Imperial Age or maybe some finer upgrades. However, he's gotten Thumb Ring, so one would hope he gets ballistics too. Otherwise, you're 100% missing all the time with moving target.
just annoying miss, you know, fling and miss.
Yeah, Thumb Ring's beautiful 100% accuracy just means every arrow lands in the same spot, which is great for, well, stationary targets, but as soon as they start moving, as you can see with what's happening right there, even the slow-walking villagers are getting away.
Oh,
Nice takedown of that mangonel. Now he feels he can micro safely against the pikes.
hi, Dally. No, I'm just kidding.
Farman,
Pascal's got quite a bit on food. I'm really curious if we're gonna see like just a war elephant switch halfway for the memes, halfway for the shock value.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he's playing at all into the Persian Knights, which is very interesting. He's just kind of playing a boom game, but it looks almost like your classic AI army composition there with the villagers, fishing ship, pikeman, scout, monk, mangonel, fire ship, and transport ship. Paul's going to click up to Imperial Age after he makes the second building, so I expect to see probably University drop down for him, and then he will be up pretty shortly thereafter. He'll probably take advantage of Bracer chemistry, especially since he's not seeing any mics coming, any extra knights coming in. So
Oh, this is interesting. We got Big Win in chat saying, "Go, Pascal Sauvage," because Big Win is also in this competition, and obviously Big Win is Switzerland too.
Haha, hey, there you go.
Hello, Swiss. Oh, the Swiss camaraderie even.
Now, Southpaw missed an opportunity there. There's a lot of fishing ships and fishing traps there to nail down with those cav archers, but looks like he values the villager picks a little bit more. But for every fish trap that goes down, that's 100 wood. So I would expect that would be quite a loss to an economy if you're picking out that many.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a way for even well on land to take out your opponent's fishing water advantage.
Now this to be a little dangerous.
Cleared away through that mangonel's looking for a money shot, but he unless he quick walls, he probably won't catch it.
Oh no!
Oh, so close.
Oh, so close yet
almost like
so far.
Yeah, I almost feel like Southpaw was baiting him, like he knew it would happen.
Hi,
But
Maxwell.
he's looking for a way out.
Those who just joined, I'm co-casting with Renard, aka Fox. I don't know how to call Fox or not, but it's Renard definitely.
I can see that Southpaw's transitioning into probably a Hussar raid, but we see Pascal slowly making his way up towards the Knight's transition. So we're gonna see what we see from that.
Abade.
Oh, no, he's going camels. Fascinating. Okay.
I don't know if you got my chat open or if you're on the Twitch, but you got your fans already.
Oh. Uh-oh. No, I don't have it open.
Well.
But
Renard says hi. Well, you could say hi anyway. Right now
hello.
in voice.
Yes. Hello.
Oh.
And then we have Onager coming in, which again is an interesting choice because of how difficult it's been to nail down these cav archers. I think these cav archers are like 7 for O for the mangonels there.
Yeah. Just tell Pascal really wants that. Oh, just really wants that.
Oh.
It's like teasing, just
A little bit too greedy there. Yeah. I think the camels will pay off, but there's a triple. What is that? A university? Yeah, a triple university defense there.
It's the first I've ever seen of that. Let's go.
I mean, he's good with the quick walls. Oh, let's see if this one gets any value. And no, a little wide.
Oh, does get one. That's
Yeah, so nice dodges. I think Southpaw's recognized that these cav archers have hit the end of their lifespan. He heads out there. Oh, there he goes. Goes for the fishing traps, fishing ships. That's some nice picks there.
well. If you can't win with one siege onager, bring 3.
That's right.
I get the feeling that Pascal just so desperately wanted so much just to get that hit and just to keep trying. And it just wasn't working, and just feels so close yet so far. But this is messing up quite a bit now. There's 37 cav archers as well as trebs.
Ooh, smart decision on the stone walls, I think. It's going to section off a corner of your base. He's a little late to prevent those light cav from getting in, but this camel should be able to defend alright. And one thing to note is that Pascal has actually boomed up to 130 villagers, however Southpaw has stopped at 110, so I'm curious if Southpaw intends to add extra military to cover that gap, or if he's going to reboom eventually. Alright, see those onager shots? Miss. And then the light cap are gonna take him out. Seems like these onagers are fated to a luckless life. Although now he's got 4, so surely one's gonna hit, right?
You would hope the one with hit is so close and so far.
Again, usually people go for Scorpion defense on Cav Archers. A couple reasons for that is that Scorpions get one extra pierce armor, they take a little bit less damage from them, but also the pass-through shots and the frequency of the shots, as well as easier to hit, just makes it more likely that the Scorpions will do damage as opposed to Onagers where the Cav Archers should just split all the way around.
Big fights.
Light Cav's gonna dive for the Onagers, where at the same time the Camels dive for the Cav Archers and Trebs, however.
Messy.
Almost all of the
Oh,
Onagers
they
go
do.
down, yeah, all of them are down. That Treb is really weak. I bet those Camels will dive and just sacrifice themselves to the Treb, however. The enemy Treb is still being repaired by a team of villagers there. And until the Cav Archer is able to dive on that ball, I don't think it's going to go down.
I'm really impressed by Southpaw. Just play so far has been solid. Just right, like baited enough, reacting well enough, and just picking good fights. You know. Just Pascal just hasn't managed just to get that one. You know, it's probably on Pascal's mind. If only I can just get that one hit. But, Pascal's like boomed up now on walls, and as I say, it's still not over.
He's still got a big hole at the top of his base, and anytime that Southpaw clicks through, though, he'll find that. And those Light Cav are going to come swooping in for those gold villagers, unfortunately.
And with the siege on the just. It's
Now,
definitely been solid for
Southpaw,
both. Yep.
yeah, for sure, very solid, and you know, both of them are booming up at 180 versus 163 pop, so both of them are doing quite well and healthy on numbers. This doing this battle keep going. Southpaw is likely to try to expand his influence southward, pick up some more stone and gold, whereas Pascal seems content to kind of hide behind walls and look for good shots with onagers.
Again, just keep missing the shot. They get so close, so close yet so far.
Camel defense is solid though, so if you were able to get a little bit more gold control, I'm sure he'd be able to take out that army with some good camels. But then of course, Southpaw has already has the capability of going imp camel, so anytime there's a full camel defense, the Hindustani player will still win there. He's walled off the bottom section of his base there.
Oh no.
That may have been a misclick, because there's no way that those petards make it across the open plain, but I think Southpaw sees the writing on the, or sees the ability to strike here, and is gonna try to finish the deal. Those Cav Archers should prevent any camels from getting in, and those Trebs are gonna finish that castle quickly. Next with the GG to be called, probably shortly after that castle goes down. It. Gooms mixed in for the additional pierce armor rating ability. Pascal looks like he's too far on the back foot. Yep, there it is.
Wow. Really solid play. Wow. Whew. I'd say like kind of going up to the 1400s, 1500s is like just again shifting up gears, and like that play was just so solid, the map control and everything was, I was really impressed by it all.
Yes, it's very, you know, steady production, steady use of resources, and you know, good army, like especially army positioning, like Southpaw's positioning of that light cav early on, or the scout cavalry. His efficient use of small numbers of units while he booms really carried him that game, I think.
Mm.
Um, And you can see that the APM continues to climb the higher the elo goes. I saw a peak APM what was that, like 190? Yeah, like look at Pascal's
Yeah.
APM there, just spiking way up.
2. Oh wow. Same.
But Southpaw's motions were just much more efficient, and you can see that even with lower APM, he pulled out a solid strategic victory there.
Do you think maybe Pascal got suckered a bit too much into trying to land a big shot with these siege onagers?
I think way too much. Yeah, I think if he had not sunk all those resources into Mangonel's onagers, I don't think those onagers got a single really good shot. Like they took out
Mm.
like the edges of some things, but unfortunately, like I would say that's almost gambling a little bit too much versus a light cav and cav archer army.
All right, let's go into game number 2 between Pascal and Southpaw. Both really good players so far.
Teutons versus Bengali. So that's a fun Civ matchup.
Here we go.
Yes. All right. Now, go ahead. Yeah, do your introduction. Sorry to
No,
cut
no,
you
no,
off
it's
there.
okay. I was liking that. I was just saying Pokeball. I can't do things as eloquently as you, so just Pokeball.
Oh no. Pokeball is great. Yeah, I choose you, Pikachu. Wait, do I want Pikachu in this battle? Well, the Teutons are a great choice, as you can really turtle up well on this map. The ability to kind of wall up the middle section there, and then even if you're smart, outposting and walling those small wood sections to the left and right would give the Teuton player solid advantage.
uh,
Ooh, there's a map error there. Interesting. And they played it through. They didn't admin restart. I wonder if they ever found that out.
I don't think
But
so.
yeah, that's a
That would be grounds for an admin
yeah.
restart if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, or maybe I know that there was a bug with those wood lines being empty a bit ago, and I think Arbase made a announcement about that. So I think
Hmm.
there was a ruling that it was not grounds for an admin restart, but I'll have to double check that.
Right.
But either way, I'm likely to expect especially this elo. I might even expect like a Man at Arms into Tower Rush or just a straight Tower Rush from the Teutons. I think he take that chance to deny some resources early, especially with those the berries always being forward as they are makes it a good resource to deny.
Yeah.
So be interesting to see what he pulls.
And both idle TC times just they're gonna be low solid, no messing around, high levels.
I know.
Hopefully I haven't cursed that. But,
I'm jealous. I rarely have an idle TC time of 0 throughout Dark Age, but they've had it both consistently fairly well. So good on them. The 4 position for Pascal is a little bit smoother, right under the TC, means you can force drop a little bit easier and keep that production going. Southpaw will have to move a little bit for his, since this is a little away from the TC, but still functional. Then we have Southpaw pushing in some deer at the same time that he's loading a boar, so classic high capability, high APM. Usually, if you're trying to divide your focus like that, a lower skill player like myself, we'd end up killing something.
yeah,
most likely a villager.
yeah, villager of 5.
Exactly. But yeah, looks like they're both going to be pushing in deer, trying to probably go for either, potentially a fast castle play or men at arms. Both of those are typically used for your deer pushes, or if nothing else, just that extra little bit of food for scouts. So we'll see. I'm interested that neither of them have tried to use the TC trick. I've seen like a lot of like the 1300s pull the TC trick, but
Yes.
both of them have consistently just shot their boars under TC with that villagers.
Yeah. I was wondering if Southpaw was going to go to the symmetry and just not finish these three blocks on the wall just to match this. But so they wouldn't know. No.
And by the way, I don't know how you trigger this to see each player's scouting on Capture Age, but kind of seeing their vision.
Yep.
There you go. Okay, so that's Southpaw's vision. It's like explored just a little area around probably for the deer push, and then I don't know if either of them actually scouted yet. Yeah, no, they've both kind of just been pushing deer and accepted the fact that their opponents are not not moving in yet.
Yeah.
So it's at some of the high elos. I've seen some people sneak villagers through the middle during that early point where the scouts aren't watching, but it looks
Yeah.
like both are more focused on moving here.
I've seen a few people do it to devastating effects and win games. So that's actually something I've seen this
Yeah.
hidden community cup. Sneaky people like Renard. No, I don't know if you heard. Gonna take a wild
man.
guess. And then if you did do it, I'll feel big brain.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. We'll just have to see if I get Corey next time, right?
Yeah.
He's up.
Oh,
Hill
we're a
versus
pest.
fast.
We're a pest. Just oh, guess away.
He's that runs.
Pushes the deer back like no.
He actually may have helped Southpaw because if he now the Teutons do have a fair. Pascal sees a full wall like this. I expect to see a switch to
I'm not sure if something like your voice is just cutting out for a little bit.
you
I don't know why.
but I think because he's already in feudal though. No, he's just going archers. Okay, the Teuton archers. Yeah, fair enough. But it's going to be hard to deny these walls. Now, if he did get around the side, he'd see that missing layer of missing layer. But I think both of them seem pretty focused.
Yeah, and like quite funny to me. So we'll keep our eyes on that.
You know, if you're Spanish, for example, where it's mostly either meme or shock value. But with your opponent being so well walled, I think it'd be difficult to find a lot of value unless you have a bit more of a melee force to start breaking down the walls.
Yeah.
Hey, sir.
Holster.
Hi.
We see the Bengali bonus playing out as they gonna have 2 extra villagers as soon as that. Yep, so there you go, 26 villagers right there. And Southpaw is actually well set up to go fast castle himself if he wanted to. We'll have to see if he decides to pull in defense. I haven't seen a barracks from him yet, so I'd expect. Oh, as I say that, so there's a blacksmith. Yeah, and then there's going to be probably a market then. Oh, there's a go. He's scouting around the side. Let's see if he finds it.
Just stops right there. There you go.
All's quiet on the Western Front.
Yes.
Alright, so those house walls will keep out those tiny archers for a decent amount of time. I'm so surprised that Pascal isn't more heavily invested into food because he should realize that he's a bit behind with his feudal age investment. There's still a fair number on wood here, which almost 9 farms. Yeah, now he could place like 10 plus farms with that. Which there you go. There's some of that farming economy coming out.
Rootin' tootin' lootin'.
Later.
Gonna get stone walls down now. It's not really like, you know,
Hey, sir.
limiting to what this can be done.
Yeah. I don't know if you really need the stone walls, just
Yeah.
because, you know, that prevents your third town center from going down a little bit faster, and he's doing just fine with those house walls there, so I think that's a little bit of a premature investment, but even so, it's functional. Pascal's been producing mostly consistently here. It looks like Southpaw's going to be
Hey, sir.
ahead in villager count a bit just because of that Bengali bonus. Even though he took the time for Castle Age here, so I think once Pascal sees Castle Age, she's probably going to go heavy into defense. Oh, he builds the lumber camp, but he doesn't see it. Oh, the lumber camps only have a range of six tiles, so he's actually probably still not going to see it. But Southpaw does find the gap, so that's a big find there. I wonder what he's going to do about that. Ah, there you go. Yep, there. That's the admin question. So
Seems like it was
ask
okay.
real quick. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they're asking, but now Pascal knows that Pascal's right next to there, and so he should probably
Maybe they were given instructions to just like not use it or something.
nothing yet. He's happy to chop through it.
Videjas also said he had this map generation 1 game, didn't notice.
It's great that he's going for that army.
Oh,
They're having a good time. He's noticed the villager chopping. He's like, it is open.
oh, that's great.
Oh, it's great when you see his players with a sense of humor. They really seem like they're enjoying themselves. But Southpaw's going for those walls. He wants to be defensive, knowing that there's a force coming over.
Yeah.
I think Pascal's tipped his hand a little too early there.
Yeah. And Southpaw sees that now he's gonna be like, okay.
Goes and reports back to base. The British are coming. The British are coming.
It would be funny
By
if he
land or by
just
sea.
if Pascal went, okay, I'm gonna use this and just go through. Obviously, they probably just got told, not to use it.
Yeah, that's probably the case. They're probably just taking it to say, we're gonna pretend this doesn't exist. It's very interesting though. I think those walls be up. TC will be defending that section. The archers are not likely to go through, but the scout might take his chance to see what's going on in the enemy base.
Hi.
See, it's TC seats. So 7 villagers on gold. I'd be thinking that he'd be going archers. I'm almost thinking the Bengali player wants to pull out elephant archers, but that's a fair food investment, for every elephant archer. So I think he'd need a little bit more of a boom if he's going to do that alongside triple TC production. That's the disadvantage from elephant archers as opposed to normal archers. Normal archers being wood and gold means that they are able to be produced alongside your villagers, which only costs food fairly easily. However, elephant archers costing food and gold means that you're likely to have to idle or switch out your production to make that happen.
And the scout tussle.
By the way, let me know if I'm talking too much.
No,
I just
no, no,
figured you're tired from casting
Yes.
7 hours, so I was going to offer to...
It's really nice just to like,
what I could hear.
because it's just nice to just listen and just kind of like take in some knowledge for myself, just for future games as well. So I'm in this for the long haul, so any knowledge I get now is just even better for me. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. We noticed that Southpaw forgot Loom, and he nearly lost like 2 villagers there, but he managed to pull them away to the TC just in time. However, that is quite a bit of idle time for his villagers with just those 2 archers, so Pascal getting a lot of value from just that small investment there. Southpaw should get those villagers out of that town center as soon as he can, but he might have forgotten about them in the panic to get Loom. There we go, back to work. Those Bengali monks, they've got a bit of extra armor, so they'll take an extra hit from the scout. You notice that the scout didn't do nearly as much bonus damage, or nearly as much damage as usual. That bonus actually used to be given to the Slavs. Ooh, nice takedown of that scout there.
Just kills it.
Oh.
Obviously,
No,
Teutons.
he deletes it.
Yeah. Like Teutons obviously have like it's the conversion, right? So
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, I'm a new
there you go.
290 AI advanced learning program thing.
There you go.
slow learning
Luna's-
AI. Okay, very slow learning AI. Okay, extremely slow learning AI. Yeah. So kind of, yes, so the game just kind of stabilizes once more again now. Taking the relics, which is nice. Yeah.
I think player is smart to pick up the relics while the game is slow. He should see the one to the left of his base, but he probably does not see the one to the left of Pascal's base. However, with the wood line still not re-walled there on the south side there, the west side, it's actually it looks like aha, so he's going to wall that section there. I wonder if they're just going to pretend that that bottom section doesn't exist, or if he's going to wall that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually if you cut through the wood line, you should probably wall behind. Otherwise, the attackers can just walk straight in
Yeah.
through the same route you took.
Yeah, because they can just delete the house and then just walk through, right? Also,
Exactly.
or they can just go through this big gap. But
We see redemption coming in from the Bengali player Southpaw, so it looks like he's probably going to take that to start converting buildings since we haven't really seen much siege yet. It is quite an investment without that siege. However, again, I think he's going to use it to put some monk pressure on the front lines.
there's obviously like this gap as well, just.
Heisa.
Duyar.
Bereta.
হরির নামেতে হয় তোমার সেবায়
Oh, he's converting the
There you go.
freaking archery ranges.
হরির নামে
Yeah, he's going to force his opponent to either delete the buildings in the front, or he's going to basically gain his own archery range. The Teuton player could, of course, attempt to invest in heresy, but that's a huge investment and it's not going to save you any buildings. So instead, he goes for atonement, trying to get rid of the enemy monks. Smart enough play, however, the Bengali player is already ahead of him and does have atonement. So this will be a monk war, and it'll be very similar to the arena clownery that you see with several other arena players. So this will be quite an amusing Wololo match.
Yeah. And then he is converting my Victoria. That's what Addictive Me said in chat.
Exactly it. Which is a whole song. I don't know if you've heard
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
but
that's-
yes.
That's what got Wallow stuck in my head. Hello, hi-yo. I had it on repeat for like a whole day at one point. I was just like, let's go. It just slaps. I love it. Epic.
Very nice. All right, so we saw Imp coming in for Pascal, or Teuton player, who does have a lower villager count, so he will be behind in economy. However, he may be trying to get some advantage. Oddly enough, we see the infantry armor. We saw the cavalry armor placed briefly and then cancelled, and now we see infantry armor. So I'm curious if he's going to go for some combination of Halb Siege, or if there's going to be a Teutonic Knight play, which of course everyone would love to see, but he doesn't have anything on stone right now.
Yeah. Everyone wants to see the Teutonic Knights, the whole sir.
I think for a lot of us who, if anyone's been playing since they were, 4 or 5 years old, or however young you were when you first touched Age of Empires, the Teutonic Knights, the capes, just the slow-moving death of invincibility, I think that's just appeals to any child there. So
Oh my god.
we do see the Halb upgrade, the pike upgrade coming in there. While the low match continues in the middle. With a villager converted and a couple monks as well.
It's so funny and random. It's like, okay.
Town center does go up though, so Southpaw does have a little bit of a hold in the middle here. And remember, for every town center, when the Bengalis go up in age, they will get 2 extra villagers. So Southpaw's going to get 8 villagers as soon as that castle goes up and he hits Imp. And that castle will defend a spot. I almost would have liked to a little bit further up the hill to gain a little bit more of a hill advantage, but he's really playing it safe to defend that gold, which is a good and safe play, so worthwhile.
Zomb.
And Pascal's making up his villager counts and conversions, so I think that's his strat there. He is getting block printing, which will give him a whole extra 3 range. He'll be able to take out a lot more of those monks. And Teuton monks do get double range on healing, so when he does finally have an army out, his monks will be able to heal safely from the back lines with 8 tiles instead of 4.
Oh wow.
It's housed though. So he sends a couple pikes into the grinder before he makes a house. There's our elephant archers coming in with a healthy food economy. Needs a bit more gold, but he's going to get that in the middle now. And he's making several stables, which makes me curious if he's going to go battle elephants as well. But that's a huge investment, so we'll have to see what he plans for that. Maybe light cav along with the elephant archers? I think that'd be reasonable.
What does Sanctity do again?
Sanctity gives 15 extra HP to your monks, so they're a little tankier. So in most, your standard monk has 30 HP and will actually die in 2 hits from a light cav, whereas with Sanctity they'll last for a 3rd hit.
So Pascal's like really just leaned into this monk play, right? It's really.
I think so, but I think he's going to be sorely disappointed when those light cav come in. But he's prepping the pikes just in case. He's ready for that. And he'll probably keep his monks well safe behind an army of spears here. Bombard cannons are in, and they're going to start taking down that castle. I'd like to see them from south of the wood line. Both they'd be defended against cavalry, but also they'd be able to have high ground advantage against that castle.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I've noted that Southpaw's actually walled completely the north side, so that he's free against any
shenanigans.
So he's thinking the sides, however, he's not thinking to press his advantage through the sides. He's just going straight through the middle, which unfortunately is just what the Teuton player wants. I think this is outside a couple snipes and those bombard cannons, you're probably going to be in for a grinder. Snipes, nice one down. Now he's just going into eco, see what damage he can get with raiding. Those pikes are not going to be able to catch them, so they'll probably get a little bit of damage done before they finally peter out. Ooh. Castle snipes a bombard cannon there, so that's a little bit
Annoying.
you see a fair bit more elephant archers in queue, so we expect that while the light cav are keeping him busy, he's getting ready a big ball of elephant archers. Those things have hundreds of HP, so it's going to be a real hassle to try to get through that. He'll be lucky with the monks though, if he's really quick on the conversions. Let's see how he does with the monk control groups. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That could be good. However, those monks are steadily going down. We do see 2 or 3 conversions, which gives them a bit of time, especially with those pikes charging in. But I don't know if that's going to be quite enough to stem the tide once those elephant archers really start coming. I think there's a misclick of some actual archers from Southpaw there. As you can see, four basic archers in the
Yes.
queue.
So, castle right under like the trap there. Oh, I don't know about that. Feels
Yeah,
weird.
that's. I think he might even lose that castle if that second treb gets up and going, because it's been taken out at low enough HP. He doesn't have enough villagers on it.
Oh.
Delete it. Oh, I think he lost the stone.
Yeah.
That's a lot of good conversions. Pascal actually might be able to salvage this if he keeps up with the conversions. You can see several of them behind enemy lines there, pretending they're some part of the same pack.
Yeah, yeah.
Those 4 archers trying to prove that they're useful.
This guy's sandwich. Hi, sandwich. How you doing? I did see you come in earlier. Said hi. Say hi again. 1, 2, 3. Jinska, hi Jinska, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you again, my friend. We're just watching the madness that is Southpaw versus Pascal Sauvage. To be honest, I think Pascal held pretty well there, you know? Like,
Yeah, I think that's a good hold.
there was one moment I was like really worried, but hold on.
He's got the bombard cannons now. He took out the Trebs with those, and the Trebs took out the castle with that high ground advantage. That's a very well placed central castle for the Teuton player. And looks like he's going to continue trying to push right down the barrel here.
Yeah.
Slow moving death ball.
Expansion. His house is just everywhere. I like it. Oh.
Yeah, he's running out of space. Oh, there you go. He's coming in for the Treb snipes. He goes for the monk snipes.
Gonna be another
Still
dark
converts
castle.
several. I think the castle will stay up because of the Halp streaming in. And in fact, Southpaw is really losing ground here because he's given so many conversions over to Pascal. I don't know if I saw either devotion or faith from Southpaw. Now, Bengalis do have a conversion resistance, I believe. At least for their elephant units, they're a little bit more resistant to conversion. However, if he relies on that wholly and doesn't get either faith or devotion, which let me see. Yeah, the Bengalis do get both. So that should have been kind of a priority if you're getting load so hard there.
And hi Bishop. Everyone's coming in again. Everyone, hidden community. Cut people. Everyone's pouring in. They want to see the hotness that is Southpaw versus Pascal Sauvage. Everyone's talking about it right now. I don't know if that's statistically true or not, but it's good. Me and Renard here are having a really nice time watching this. So just lots of twists and turns, and these players are, really they're getting up there, 1500 elo, and this is. So it was looking grim a bit for Pascal, and the map generation was weird, but this fighting is now really heated up, right?
Now, Pascal noticed that he overboomed a bit. He was at almost 160 villagers, but then deleted.
Deleted some, yeah. Just make sure.
Micro does seem to be stuck into him as he continues to make villagers, even though after deleting like 20. And he does have a rough balance with almost 80 villagers on wood, but we'll see what he wants to do with that.
He actually cut through the back here.
Maybe he's trying to escape. He's going to run off the edge of the map.
Yeah, it's just like, let's go.
But his push seems to be very on the back foot here, and the horde of Halbs with a couple converted elephant archers, Trebs, bombard cannons is moving forward, and there's very little that Southpaw can do. He's actually out of pop space. He's lost a lot of houses, and he's 15 pop space behind. It doesn't look like he has any army control either, so I'd expect this is going to come into a GG for Southpaw unless he can pull something around really quick.
Yeah, trying to get some houses down here, and like just units pouring in, conversions, bomber comes, everything. Just everything right now for Pascal, who's turned this around. At least I feel like maybe it was always Pascal's game, but I feel like turned around. Now the relics pop out. Not that there's a problem with Southpaw's, how much he got, but GG's called, and we go once again into a third game. So yeah, what's your take, Renard? How are you feeling?
That's exciting. I feel for that one. Pascal, I think, as a player, like I'm getting a little bit of sense that he's got a strong strategic sense. I don't know if he's quite as much on the aggression and other such. I think he had it planned out from the beginning. He went to the monks and he stuck with it. I think he knew the Bengali player would try to go to elephants, and he just completely preempted that and just took all those elephants out with a heavy rate of conversions. The Halb transition was just in time to defend against the light cav. I'd say that he strategically played that really well, and I was impressed. Even though Southpaw did have an amazing game, he's a very skilled player, lots of excellent transitions, and quite a well balanced eco there. I'd just say that fun strategy went out in the end there.
Yep, and it's really going to now come down to the third game between these two, and already this is going to be good, I believe. Let's hope.
I'm
whoever
looking forward to
wins.
it. They've both shown a lot of skill so far, so I have no doubt that they'll really pull it through at the end.
I'm just gonna bring up the statistics really quickly for those who are interested. I sometimes forget. And it's kind of pretty pretty.
I want to see that wood collected stat. There we go, beautiful.
27.
Almost double the amount of Southpaw there.
Yes.
Southpaw did have a better balance overall, but I think that yeah, he was just overwhelmed by those monks and pikes.
An APM once again. Let's have a look. Oh, Pascal, the
There you go.
APM. 212.
Probably just clicking those the repairs on the castle there.
Yeah, just a quick. All right. Okay, into game 3 we go. And whoever wins will be going against Fletcher. So, all right. Fresh. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Uh-oh, what happened?
We're going to be going
Did you not-
into Mudflow.
There
That's
you go.
just Mudflow. Whenever I watch this map, it's always super chaotic, and I'm just trying to I'm trying to look everywhere, especially with higher level players. So that's why I'm kind of like, it's not really like me going, oh no, something's broken. It's more of a, oh no, this is gonna be chaotic. But it's also a good chaos.
The chaos is great. Southpaw is in the south side here with the Magyars, and Pascal up in the north with the Koreans. I'd expect to see a heavy feudal scout play from the Magyars, and the Koreans might even play into the water a bit. I'd expect probably some fire ships and demos to be placed. So it'd be interesting to see what they go for.
Now, if Pascal makes a dock here and puts one turtle ship and then just loses, just for memes, I'll be like, oh my god, that's like the best. Obviously it wouldn't, but just, sometimes you gotta lose with memes, right? No.
I think that only plays into community games when you have a big audience and they want to see the memes.
Yeah. Well, we want to see the memes. Ah,
These players are in it to win it. We've seen a fair amount of competition in the matches so far, and it's been pretty impressive.
yeah. And I just got the feeling this is going to be, obviously with Pascal's strategic mind and Southpaw's just amazing unit control and aggression. With Magyars as well. Oh, be rough.
Yeah, he's had a well-balanced eco so far. He knows where he's going. You see the villagers for wood already in the middle. I've seen some players opt out of the middle for the wood, but really you've run out of wood and you
Yes.
need to redo your lumber camp so often. I think it's worthwhile placing it in the middle, especially since if you're house walled off, you can keep your villagers decently safe, with the exception of galleys, which will be interesting to see if some of the water aggression comes into play.
Yep. And obviously both just going around scouting, bringing in their stuff, living life. For now. Where only one can progress through, so, and this must be really like, oof, I would hate to feel like the nerves they're going through now, being 1-1 and, knowing they're both like great players and, I'd be shaking like a leaf.
Yeah. And I bet they're feeling the nerves for sure. So we'll have to see if we spot any mechanical mistakes. Not to make fun of them, because I mean they're incredibly talented playing the game at this level. But just to kind of see if that does impact the outcome. So always got to be careful of being too jittery sometimes. Now, sometimes I've seen some players go for the lame on the elephants or the boars on this map. It's it's an aggressive play. It's not recommended, especially at this level. You lose your scout HP, which then prevents you from getting good scouting information and weakens you for the likelihood of your opponent taking your scout down. But some people see it as advantage. However, because there's enough food already with the fish in the ponds, they're probably not going to go for any types of lames, because even if you took that elephant away, your opponent could still make a very respectable feudal time and still take you out. So it's often not worth it at the higher levels here.
Yeah. Now, I just had to, because I get a bit curious. Apologies for not showing the drafts and stuff in the stream, but I was wondering, so whose map is Mudflow? And it turns out it's Southpaw's choice, and Quarry was Pascal's, so this, this might be just exactly what Southpaw wanted and needed, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see.
Okay,
'Cause,
yeah.
as I say, Southpaw feels more like a player who can just improvise on the spot, right? Got like a great mind and stuff. And maybe Pascal like being more strategical. Maybe this might just be the key needed to unlock Pascal. But, God, anything can happen.
We'll have to see. It looks like Pascal really benefited from the defensive game that Corey offered.
Yeah,
And Southpaw, tends to favor the aggression, probably recognized that and is, kind of putting the pressure on his opponent. This map lends itself very well to scout aggression because the berries are so vulnerable, and especially if you're going to make mills there, you tend to make farms there. Farming economy is very limited here. So because of that, scout aggression tends to work very well, and I would be not surprised to see the Magyar cheaper scouts playing an easy role here, especially with that free attack upgrades that they get. So
right.
both players are going for a fairly aggressive, opening. We see a 17 pop versus 17 villagers versus 18 villagers, so 18 pop versus 19 pop opening. So both fairly similar though.
Just obviously, checking each other out with the scouts and yeah, so we can with this wall here, kind of close off the wood line. Is 2 wood lines more unique for this, or is it just something Koreans do, or it's just really one's good? Normally, I only see one.
Yeah, 2 woodlines is always going to get you more efficiency. There's less villager bumping. Plus, you have an additional area to, kind of get wood from if one area gets attacked. So having 2 woodlines is not necessarily unusual. However, kind of that you notice how he's house walled across the middle there? It looks like he wants to have a wider area to defend there. A lot of players will kind of take an enclosed area, kind of house wall in a small circle, semicircle. But it looks like he feels pretty comfortable with that. He may even just have a spear or two just sit around that area and just leave that whole area open. So it's an interesting choice there.
There's the spears, just chilling, living life.
I see he's gone even for 3 spears. He knows the scouts are coming soon, so.
Yeah.
The skirm is an interesting choice, though. Perhaps he's expecting, spears from his opponent, but if he's expecting scouts, that'd be a fair weakness there.
He's going
Okay,
forward.
so he's going for kind of a trash rush, which is it's a strategy that gained popularity probably about a month or 2 ago, maybe 3. It's been a little while, and the spears take a nice pick on that scout. And one of the reasons it's so strong is that trash units produce so quickly, and if you make a bunch of scouts and spears and skirms, they're hard to counter because if you chase them with scouts, you can get speared down, and if you try to chase them with archers, you get skirmed down. But they can still harass. They're not there for damage. They're not going to kill many villagers, but they're going to cause idols inefficiencies.
Already, I see the chaos coming through, and oh boy, this is.
Alright, looks like Pascal's run out of fish, so he's finally moving over to the berries. There's a nice big idol there from Southpaw, who's probably busy microing those scouts. But he also moves to the berries about the same time. Both of them ran out of that fish underneath their town centers. So their villagers going en masse to the berries works out. However, it does again leave you vulnerable for things like scout aggression or archers or even a tower if the Koreans wanted to place one of those. I'd be surprised that Pascal doesn't kind of place a tower right on that wood line. He should note that Southpaw's right now only got 1 wood line, so if you're it would kind of cause a fair block of efficiency there. Scout goes down, spear is ready.
The awkward wall was like type thing, right?
High ground, so he's going to take out that. So he's going to try to get in those villagers, but recognizing that the scouts are a little bit weaker, tries to pull the weak vill back, who's almost there. However, the attack came in just a little bit too quickly. However, both one scout. Ooh. It's a little messier than I was hoping, but still a good attack from Southpaw. Did you get some value with an idols and a villager kill?
Hi Dennis, how's it going? Good to see you. I It's the commands aren't used on the channel no more. It's just it'll pop up. Well, maybe one day I'll reenact them when there's not a tournament going on, which is to just save your points for now. Yeah, just kind of again, both players prodding, poking, trying to find some damage here and there. Well, it's interesting. Now, yeah, Southpaw got pushed into this kind of lumber camp here, right? Because he got, like, although he could go back to it, it just figures get the wood here. Like, I said the rice. It's not much wood there, but I guess it's better than nothing.
Yeah, but Pascal's actually doing something that we saw. I don't know if he just took a game or two to get warmed up, but we see him being a fair bit more aggressive here. He's really, like even with his, his skirms and spears, he's kind of taking the initiative, looking around the base, kind of trying to poke and prod, find the weak spots. Looks like he's found a couple areas, but those skirms will probably go down over there on the left-hand side.
It's all good, Dennis. You know, we're all here. You know, same reason. Gonna practice. It's all good. I'll be sending you my invoice though for taking a viewer. No.
Uh-oh. Don't you start becoming that. Who did you say that was also trying to give you invoices for co-casting with you?
Yeah.
Someone from the. You're just returning the favor. You're like, oh
Yes.
yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I can make some money on the side. A little hustle.
Yep.
Can you look at Pascal's scouting? I want to know if he saw that full lumber camp. I think he knows that villagers were going in and out of there. But I don't know if Pascal can actually see the lumber camp on the south there. Yeah, he can. So yeah, he knows that's probably a weak spot. That's the only spot where Southpaw's getting wood right now. So that's some vulnerability.
This is really nice.
Villagers haven't.
Yes. Dragging away. Just getting them out with the economy.
Absolutely. And so many villagers too, like not just one or two, but there's like 5 unable to do anything for a bit.
I dropped down to 50% worker efficiency. This is really nice for Pascal, who wants to be on the front foot, and not on the Southpaw.
Southpaw I think actually means left-handed, or something along that line. I think it has to do a bit of a different. Yeah, so interesting there. We do note that Pascal is heading up to Castle Age. He's got his economy up. He's got a wheelbarrow in, and he is ready to make his move to Castle Age. And Southpaw's a long while behind, with not any collected on gold and almost no food in the bank. Despite the constant villager production, he's really set himself up for being down in the castle time here. So I'd expect to see that. Pascal will probably be a good minute or two ahead, if not more.
Say that the harassing with the army, the trash army, really has paid off for him. And then they're just
it has indeed.
Annoying Southpaw, bringing down the efficiency, forcing him off the wood line. So, and this is like not good at all, right?
Not at all. The efficiency is terrible on those villagers there, and it's not any fault of their own, but they're walking such a long distance, and it's unfortunately also even harder because they don't have wheelbarrows. They can't cart goods back and forth between the wood lines. So efficiency is even lower than perhaps you'd like it. I think Southpaw will probably panic whenever he sees that Pascal's in castle already, but looks like he's trying to get his way up. He sold his stone, meaning he won't be able to boom once he hits Castle Age, but he will hit it a little bit quicker. And we know that there's no mining camp for that gold villager, so they're all walking back to the town center with that gold.
Pain. 56% move and 43% gold.
Oh, there we go. But Southpaw does click up to Castle Age. Again, it is actually 2 minutes behind, so we'll see what Pascal can do with the extra time. Is he gonna go for... At this point, it looks like he's set up for a boom rather than just a quick aggression with knights or anything.
Hmm.
And besides, Korean cavalry are not known for much, having no bloodlines. But I think he's going to continue the trash harassment and perhaps a boom. Oh, there's a castle, though. I see all the stone for a castle being already collected here. And he's going to go for a forward castle, looks like. Probably going to try to drop on the gold. The trash army will defend against the scouts, which one goes down. I don't think there's any way that Southpaw can stop this. He's trying to
Yes.
pre-wall.
Yes.
I'm willing to bet that Pascal's going to see it and kind of move around to the southeast there. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, you know, you definitely see that Southpaw sees like it's like, uh-oh, here we go, we gotta do something, and
Yeah. Now, that's actually a bit more defensive castle than I would have liked, and this is kind of something we saw from Pascal in the first game. Kind of those defensive castles. It's not quite as aggressive as it could be, but I think he feels like he's a little out of time to place. However, he actually had the military advantage. Southpaw had nothing to stop that, so he could have walked his villagers all the way up to that spot right next to the mining camp and probably placed a castle. But we see the defensive castle in. It'll still give him a good zone to kind of defend the waterways and attack extra. We're gonna see some war wagons, I'd guess, but those are heavy wood investments, so we'll see.
and hi our base, how's it going? Good to see you. Our base hype.
I need to pop onto your Twitch and you see all these people you're saying hi to.
Yes. Renard. We're co-casting today with Renard. Go. Yay. Our base hype. How you doing, our base? Late. I assume you're getting ready for the bed. Just have to hop on and see some Age of Empires before you get off. Go to sleep. Yep, there's the war wagon. The R base. Yes, the R base.
I'd say this looks fairly sealed for Southpaw unless he can get out some. He should probably think about like a monk defense for those war wagons. But his economy is pretty much all on food with some minimal. You can see him trying to expand out to the south over there with the town center. But unfortunately, those war wagons can just tank so much. They can just sit right under town centers and disrupt economies. So there's the monks, though. I see it.
It's kind of weird because, like, in the first game, Southpaw was like really solid, right? Really on top of things, really, just really on point. And then obviously the second game, Pascal close map kind of played to Pascal's strength and then got it back 1-0. Do you think like getting it 1-0 like played a part on Southpaw's like performance in this third game at all, or do you think it's just that Pascal is just fired up and just playing at the top of his game right now?
I would definitely say that the war of attrition that happened in the second game really does play a role in this particular fight. I feel that Southpaw is actually getting a bit tired. His usual kind of speed and aggression that was present in the first game, he's kind of been put on the back foot with the trash rush, and he wasn't taking the counter hits with the scout aggression. So I think he's really kind of weakened a bit by the extra time it took to take his opponent down. And now that the war wagons are in, I think he's sort of facing the end of his rope. He doesn't know what to do yet.
So see, Pascal's getting the gold. Pascal's got this, that, and doing really well for Pascal.
Alright, there's the scouts. Just drop out. They're gonna take out the mangonel. They're gonna aim for some of the monks, although I think those monks are gonna be actually, nope, never mind. I got it completely backwards in my head. Wrong monks, wrong people.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Yeah, we go. I don't know how you manage it for 7 hours straight. Like, I've only helped you with what, 3 games, and I'm already gotten backwards on colors.
I'm
Yeah,
just
they're
being
gonna get these
nosy, I
people.
guess. So, yeah, but this is like right up against the wall now. It's kind of, again, efficiency for Southpaw has dropped to 25%, which is, oof, really getting
Yeah.
knocked off.
Yeah, that's just due to those farmers in the bottom left there. I think this is pretty close to GG. I mean, Pascal's tightening the noose with the Korean towers there. They're guard towers. They automatically upgraded, so they can even take out mangonels. With because they're higher damage against the pierce armor. So I would say that Southpaw's fourth along. He's out of options. He's still trying to play the monk defense, but it's not really keeping the aggression out from the bottom right-hand corner. And that's his last save space. If he loses that town center, those golds, I mean, even though those farms on the left aren't going to do him anything outside of scouts, and the pikemen already counter those scouts pretty well. But if he loses those farms and gold, he's probably going to be
The tower's going to come back, which is not going to help as well. So. Just gonna keep putting towers down now, right? And just.
Yeah, I'd expect to see 2 more guard towers, probably 1 next to that relic and 1 south, and then, if he kind of gets down, he's passing down to that wood line. I expect to see a GG shortly after that as Southpaw runs out of wood and has no more resources to play with. He's fighting on with the hopes of maybe somehow he can turn around. Last match doesn't want to be out, doesn't want to be out of the semifinal, doesn't want to be out of the quarterfinals, but I don't think there's much more he can do. I think this is all she wrote here.
Yeah, I say hats off to Pascal, who's just played so. I was a bit worried after the first game, but then third game just really kind of took off and just controlled the game. Started to get the front foot and just all the initiatives with Pascal.
Yeah, he had a strategy, he stuck to it, and he continued to really kind of put the little bit more aggression, a little bit more style on it than he had in the first game. So I think he really picked it up in these following games.
Yeah, another tower goes down. There's just towers everywhere. It's army everywhere. It's just tough. And it's again the last bastion of hoping this gold, and you're getting hit by mangonel. Another tower comes down.
That tower, I think it should be a tile or 2 to the right to like fully range the gold, but I think he'll get a little bit of gold. And I think that, I think Southpaw should recognize that he will be able to get resources more with those towers up. So.
Yes, this is what we came for, bro.
Boxing villagers.
Yeah. And this, I assume TC down into GG, right?
That's what the AI. Oh, so there's a scout rush. If this one has any success, he'll probably stay in for a little bit longer. But I'm just gonna stay with those pikes there. Yeah, he got the mangonels. He's staved off death for a second longer. But even the war wagons are starting to dive. They're like, we've got the space. We can do what we want. I think this is kind of ACCM territory a little bit. With the kind of the fighting onto the bitter end here, but because he doesn't even have a wood line. Like the lumber camp to the south has got like 3 trees and no villagers. Everyone else is trying to run away. There's no real spot he can escape to, but he still thinks that somehow those light cap are going to pull off a miracle victory against the pikes, which they do not. Oof.
Nope. And back again in 2. Been hit your TC and more towers going down. More towers going down.
I've been in a game before where someone surrounded my starting town completely with towers. It was yeah, a little painful.
Going over here. Push it away.
Yeah, he's trying to just keep the stone. Now it would be really funny if he wants to actually like put a castle down, and he just gets a whole bunch of villagers on stone and somehow finds a new safe space, but then just looks like evacuation. And this is not evacuation. This is mud flow.
The reboom is on. Let's go.
There you go. That's another town center. And you note those high elo player instincts. You see that he hasn't really stopped villager production despite being in terrible straits there.
Oh, just these towers everywhere. Towers.
Yeah, that's you know how they say that there's get out of my game castles. That's get out of my game tower. Like he's just gonna tower every last bit of space this guy has. As soon as he finds the new town center, he's gonna tower that too.
Well, I can just see his
Now-
flashing lights all over Southpaw's base. Yeah, what are you gonna say?
Yeah, I was gonna say at this point, Pascal should probably realize his opponent's not really wanting to resign, and I think he should actually pull back a little bit. Rather than kind of continuing aggression, he should just kind of like super boom, and then just immediately like take out his opponent with kind of overwhelming force. I think he's done a lot of damage. His opponent really has very little way to come back, but if you stretch out your army too thin, you can provide the enemy a way to come back.
Yeah.
So. Oh, this villager on the left, they're looking for a castle. They're gonna try to keep following everyone up there. Probably gonna try to drop a castle on that TC. See how it goes. The light cav are in. They're converted war wagon.
준비.
Yep, there's the castle. Lights are coming, so I think this castle will not be denied. The villagers are gonna try to box down the foundation. Unfortunately, I don't think I don't think they're gonna make it.
No. And it is expanded out here at least. That's
Maybe it's not ACCM, maybe it's actually MBL. They used to call MBL the cockroach of AoE because he couldn't be killed. He'd just go and hide in a corner.
yeah.
So maybe that's what's happening. It's true hidden community cup means maybe actually really MBL. Just hiding in the Gajah Mada quarterfinals.
It's like Pascal's not like bothered redeeming any of the eco stuff, so it's just gone down really low for the efficiency for Pascal as well. So that's funny.
Yeah.
Because
And that's kind of what I mean about it. Like he's pushing too hard. Like he's focused so much, all his energy on just like completely crushing his opponent that his own eco isn't a huge amount. Like obviously efficiency wise it is, but like you notice the Vil count is about the same. Like Southpaw's been consistently booming, and Pascal's really not been putting a lot of effort into that. He's still like 2 TCs. He does signal that spot on the right. What is that X right there? Can you
which side?
It's all good. Pascal randomly signaled the spot just east of his town center, and I was curious what that was.
Maybe
So,
it's like an accident or something.
Potentially just a misclick, yeah. But there's another castle, and these are get out of my game castles. These are just like I will castle every last breathing space for villagers you have until he runs out of stone. We'll see if he which happens first. But there's another villager rush, another boxing mod. Let's see. Let's go. I'll put the war wagons in. I think Pascal should just like quick wall a villager in and let the one villager finish the castle. We'll see.
Yeah.
What's Pascal's vision on the map? What can he see? Is he aware of all the spots that Southpaw's like hiding in?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's Southpaw's vision. And he
Okay,
can
fine.
see
So
all that.
there we go.
You're good. Ah, yep. Yeah, he pretty much sees all of it. There's a missing spot or right corner, but we know that from our other vision that we know that the Southpaw's not there yet. So.
Never TC.
he's gonna keep going. Interesting. So I wonder what Southpaw thinks his victory condition is. Is he just trying to like wait it out? Is he trying to I don't see him building a lot of military, and he's actually floating a lot of like gold and food. Is he gonna try to go to Imp? Is that what this is? Is he gonna go to Imp and then No, he's going in Fletching. Okay. I'm sort of at a loss for like what he's trying to do. The pikemen find the other TC in the top there, so that TC is not long for this world. It'll be towered or castled soon. But usually, like, if you're trying to come back into a game, you have like a win condition. Oh, like his economy is weak. I'll just strike him back, or I'll do this. But right here, like, I don't know if Southpaw has like a win condition in his head, or if he's just trying in survival mode. Like, I mean, the fact that he's microing down pikes with villagers is just, it's impressive to me.
Oh god. Well, this is definitely chaos, just everyone everywhere doing everything. Towers, castles, TCs. Oh my lord.
Well, Pascal's getting that next guard tower in, and as you said, like the entirety of Southpaw's eco is all flashing dots right now. Like he's got one vaguely safe TC in the left-hand corner up there, and then he's got, there you go. There's a stable. So let's see if he's just making more light cav or what. Knights. There's one mangonel. Okay. Again, like maybe if you make a massive knights, you can take out the war wagons, or if you add some cav archers or scorpions, you can take out the pikes. But what does he want to do? What's the win condition here? What do you think, Dizzy? What you read into his mind?
Maybe hope that Pascal's internet disconnects or something.
Well, that's just a Reuben stock. That's did you hear about that one? That is like a 97 hour or something. It's some crazy like 90+ hour game.
That's how I found T90's channel for that video. But there we go, GG's calls.
Oh, there you go. Good, well played, sir. All right, no, that's respectful. I appreciate that. He gave it his all. He did his best to survive, but in the end, Pascal did find him out, and Pascal will move on to the semis. Well done.
Wow, it's really entertaining. That's you. Sorry. Just sneezing and stuff now. As I said,
All good.
really
all
entertaining to watch.
Yeah, for sure. I think both players played really well. I was impressed with how Pascal pulled that back. Like after the first game, I thought it was Southpaw's to win. I thought Southpaw almost 2-0, but like he really stuck it out with the Teuton defense against the Bengalis and Corey, and then he later on finished the job with a trash rush with the Koreans into Castle War Wagon. So interesting. So, well, that was very fun, very entertaining. Thank you for letting me sit around with you, Dizzy.
Yeah, thank you, Renard. Yeah, really appreciate you as well, co-casting, and it's been a really fun time. And so it's going to be Pascal versus Fletcher. Update the tables on the stream. 2-1. I hope you had a good time as well.
I did, yeah. Thank you again for having me along. I really enjoyed listening to you, having fun with you, chatting with you, enjoying the silly moments and the really cool technical moments. So
Yes.
it was very enjoyable. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Are you planning to continue to cast for the next 8 hours again?
Yep.
Just like a non-stop casting machine. All right, let's go.
Let's go. Pringles,
Well,
once you
best
pop,
luck
you
to
can't
you.
stop.
There you go. Well, I've got to head out, but I wish you the best of luck in the rest of your casting. So, yeah, have fun. Take care.
Thank you so much, Renard. I'll see you again soon.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Boom. All right. Ooh. I feel I left the window open. That's why I'm getting a bit, like, sniffly. Hang on. Well, first I'm going to update this table. And there we go. So Pascal is going to verse Fletcher. We've got one more game left of Gajah Mada, which is Zireman versus Fingolfin. So, and I'm almost close to actually finishing every single knockout stage for the quarterfinals of Hidden Community Cup. I'm almost free. It's so close. I just have... Well, anyway, that was Southpaw versus Pascal Sauvage. We're gonna go into Simon versus Fingolfin. So